everybody, and we are live at NeeceeLexy live interview here in Toronto with our very own guest. You guys have met him before. He's none other than Johnson Luke, and he is going to be discussing his newest hit single that he currently released. And also, I just wanted to let all my viewers, and especially those who are in South Sudan, celebrating the Independence Day of South Sudan. And since both of us are Sudanese, so we want to take this moment to say happy independence for both of you and everybody around the world that is celebrating the July 9th. It is with great pleasure we are celebrating our 11th year. But most importantly, I have with me here Johnson. You guys met him before. So, Mr. Johnson, welcome back. How are you?
I appreciate it a lot. Um, I'm so fine. I'm good. Just like you can see how fine I am. Yeah.
Fine boy, no pimple. I like that. So Johnson, I know you last time you introduced yourself and let us know who you are. You're based in Kenya, but you're also South Sudanese artist, does rapping as well as you sing some other form of music. So for those who are basically meeting you for the first time here, obviously we are live both in Facebook and YouTube. Can you give us a little rundown at what you do and how you came about into the music industry?
Um. Thank you once again. To be live on your studio. Um. Just like she has mentioned my names. I'm called Johnson Luke. It isn't my first time to be live in the studio here with Neecee, Lexy. Um. I'm glad to always grab these opportunities. To work with Neecee. This is the best place to be. First of all, last time I talked about my musical journey, how I ended up being in music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I've been there now, and I know how music is treating me and treating other artists out there. So I'm just gonna touch a bit of the points, that I talked about previously. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just become, a musician. I found this in me, like, after discovering it through the events that I've been doing, in my childhood. And
Mm-hmm.
today, you know, I made it to be a musician up to this far. Don't mind. This side is cold, so
No worries. I know it's winter for you guys. It's summer here.
mm, um, uh, you know, yeah, to everyone who's watching us live, I started my music, when I was young, uh, by beating drums, playing African banjo when I
Mhm,
was still a little boy. I was living in an army barrack with my
mhm,
dad. I used to sing like these songs of the soldiers, uh, Mabal Force, Mabal Force, take it. This one's for South Sudan.
mhm,
So, from there, I learned and I got the importance of music, how it used to treat me whenever I
mhm,
could, sad. I could just go under a tree and then I start singing these songs of the war, when the days we used to fight Arabs, So I
mhm.
used to sing songs like, hey, 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 Commando Gairan, then I Belgium. So
Yeah.
uh, also back, in primary school, um, uh, I used to be one of the Sunday school, what I mean, like the school choir.
Mhm,
Um, uh, yeah, so I used to be a member there, and then I used to write my songs. I remember, but I used to read first. I
mhm.
could read after reading. Now, like this kind of fools, who don't focus, I call them now. I gather them. I tell them, come and listen to this tune. While knowing that I'm well equipped with my, capacity, to pass the exams. So yeah, that's how I came, up with music, and I found myself doing.
Amazing, amazing. One thing me and you have in common, we both were Sunday school choirs. But the thing with me is I didn't pursue the singing career. I went in a different path. Obviously, me, I wanted to be a doctor as well as a business owner. So this is the journey I chose instead of just singing. But I love singing. And the fact that you are also Sunday school singing. So I feel like, we have something in common. It's great. It's
Exactly.
great. So obviously, I know you've been singing, and some of the songs that you have kind of sang in your early childhood would have to do with being a soldier, and you obviously your father is a soldier. And now that we are actually celebrating the 11th years anniversary of the South Sudan independence, what does that mean to you as an artist and as somebody who always used to sing about unity and kind of peace and all that stuff? What does that mean to you?
Yeah. Thank you. Just like you guys can see already what I'm putting on. So you can see already my attire for today. Today, and
Yeah.
have a purpose as to why I decided to do it this way.
Yeah.
I'm still a soldier.
Mhm.
Basically, I'm a soldier, and I was a soldier before. Though I was that young, I was a
Mhm.
soldier. Like, I was a backup to my dad. Back
Yeah.
in the days, they used to fight for the liberation of our country from the
Mhm.
north. So, just like like you've seen on social media, how we love South Sudan, and how I wish um this could be like practiced in real life, and
Mhm.
the flag only should also come to like the citizens. If this love could happen, in real life, I was going to be the happiest about it. So, to
Mhm.
me, as a politician or as an advocate for peace in South Sudan, or to the youth across the
Mhm.
country, this day brings a lot of questions in my mind. In the
Mhm.
other hand, when I touch history, sometimes freedom exists when there is a peace and there is a justice.
Mhm.
So, um, an independence, means like when there is food, at the table for everyone to eat. When
Mhm.
I can from Gumbo to Konya Konya, I can go hustle from the other side without being, chased. And this is what we call independence. I'm working for myself, and I have the freedom, and I'm enjoying, fair justice, just like any other citizen out there in the country. So, this day like talks about many things in my mind. I be
Mhm.
like writing a song, but I have composed a song about it that is talking actually about everything here that I'm being asked by Neecee.
Mhm.
Um, I have a song called Akuma Jinub, and this song actually talked about everything.
Mhm.
When before I released this song, everyone was thinking maybe I was going to diss the government, or thinking I was going to sing bad about the government. But since the government is the head of everyone in the country,
Yeah.
and is the father, to everyone, I
Mhm.
decided, about the government. The song is called Akuma Jinub. It's on my YouTube channel. Says Akumajinop Ainu Kasara Yalnagi Mutu Bes Besambala Fiti Jata Libya Ketirtomon fi Egypt Gikutumon fi media Yakwana Defadia Sifta Kungebelia Kenarifu Hagiga Akumajino Gobudo Sila Wa Abino Salam. So that's the song. And
Mhm.
yeah, if you know Arabic, you will definitely know the deep meaning of the song and how important it is during this day and in our forever life as a citizen of South Sudan.
Mhm.
So uh, this means a lot to me, like to celebrate my country's, freedom. We call it freedom, actually.
Yeah.
And when I think big, or when I think twice or thrice, now it will bring me questions and ask me, are we really independent? Are we really free? Are we captivated, or are we somewhere? Are we capsized somewhere? So
Mhm.
um, questions in my mind, and actually I'm a trier as an artist. I'm a trier, or I'm a pusher. Like, I'm a push through. Like, I'm helping the people who are in the push.
Mhm.
Uh, they are at the push point, so I'm helping to push also to the other side of the truth. Um just like currently back home, uh We still have people who are like, poor people in South Sudan living in the IDPs, um, even inside Juba,
Mm-hmm.
South Sudan capital. I went in 2020. What I
Yeah.
saw motivated me, like, to love my country more and to, work day and night in the process of fixing all the issues. So, yeah, to me, it's important, and it reminds me of, taking it far to the other level, like to bring
Mm-hmm.
our country, like, to develop our country, both mentally and, in other terms, like our infrastructures. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I love that, you sharing in the not only are you an artist who sings so much about the country and the freedom and the liberation of the country, but also being a soldier itself and having your own father being a soldier and you being a soldier and what that means to you both as an artist and both as a person and a citizen of the country. So it's really great to see just kind of, your point of view and your lived experience to be able to kind of highlight the importance of unity, the importance of sending out message through music to encourage people to do a lot more for the country. And obviously your song is not to diss the government, it's more like to highlight some important thing that they can be able to move the nation forward. I like that so much. We're gonna be taking a short break, but after the break, me will gonna be on and Johnson, we're gonna be discussing more about his music and some of the stuff that he's currently working on. So stay tuned, don't go away. All right, guys, and we are back at NeeceeLexy Live, both on YouTube as well as Facebook. If you're watching live, make sure to send all your comments and questions that you have for Johnson. We're here discussing his music career and also some of his involvement with the music industry and how some of his recent songs are basically dedicated to empowering youth and empowering the nations to move forward and actually excelling towards peacekeeping and liberation. Johnson, so thank you so much for sharing some of the stuff that you did before our short break. But I wanted to also ask you, what are some things that you're currently working on that our fan, can be looking up to you or looking forward to see what more you have in store for them?
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to put my phone on charger because
No
let
worries.
me let me let me.
All right, and we are back on air. So we just took a technical break because Johnson has to recharge his phone. And yeah, so before the break, I was asking you what are some things that you're currently working on, and that way we will be looking forward to hear more about some of the cool project that you're basically working behind the scene for.
Yep. You know, what should I say about my next plans? Actually, I have a song in YouTube right now that I just dropped
Mhm.
recently, and that song is called Malu. Just like, peace, the peace that I'm, trying to develop
Mhm.
among ourselves. Some people might just understand maybe if there is no war, there is peace. You see, so. let me just simplify these things to you guys. So, like, some people are thinking maybe if there is no war, there is peace, and the peace we are talking about is not all about things concerning the government and the civilians or differences among the politicians. See,
Mm-hmm.
so we still have individual peace, like let's talk about relationships. You see, so when we come to the other section of love and whatever, so we find out that it needs also peace. Why am I saying so? You need to have peace, like you need to have a healthy relationship. So as a musician, I'm not only talking about the other piece of the government because I'm not a political artist, but I'm somebody who like I want to take it uh, in a way that everyone will benefit because we are not all of us are not politicians, isn't it? So
Mm-hmm.
recently I dropped a song called Malu, and that word in Arabic simply means why. It's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Au malu binia anahibu ya zatukutu anakure bemoyo ena shan muhaba biga mafi anyway. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's my motivation, and it's a story that I'm trying to tell. And when I'm talking about peace, there are some youth out there. They will dance to that song and they will take up that message definitely. So
Yes.
it's something that is very important. They need to have peace in their relationships as well. And though it might not be much related to me, this
Mm-hmm.
story actually, but it might heal someone out there. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, the kind of girl that you love so much turns around and becomes like that girl becomes the reason for your tears, you know, because the love you're giving is no longer worth it to
So
her.
are you talking about toxic relationships?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
if you undergo that, my brother or my sister, now I'm talking about, I'm saying, biniya ana hibu, maybe wala delita hibu kaman, gamu later, toxic, behaviors for
Yeah.
relationship taki. So ana ma mutakid, aizoli ndo mashakilat bitaw, lakin ana
Mm-hmm.
deri jabes kan dawa, albija, like, kala su musakilat kunde kula. Daya
So
hajal fi.
gonna there be kunya dawa bit everything, right?
Bitaw suma, aita biro aligo like, fi aja tani na deal kide. Ukamano bikelem nyer kugita jena mama deru ita. So kan lisa ma jozita lakinta fi mohava mama taki lisa derita kadi staka la santa bilgo future bright. And again,
Mm-hmm.
في مالتا اللي بيتكلم قال لي banana mun gala fi shwar mun madir gana fi bed. And this is the real thing today that is happening, especially in the parts of East Africa, particularly in
Mm-hmm.
Uganda and Kenya. So these are the things we are facing. Like, you bring your daughter to school and she forgets what you, and a lot of things. Yeah, so that is a new song that I have in the store. I mean, in YouTube already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my next plan now. Um, uh, I wanted to talk about still the suffering back home, because what I do, like when I drop one song about South Sudan, then I'll think about me as a human being now or as an individual, about
Mm-hmm.
my lifestyle in the environment, about other people's lifestyle. I watch around, I see what is affecting people. Now I
Mm-hmm.
grab it up, I design it my own understandings, and then I see the best logic to deal with it. Now I just drop it. So right now I have Malu. Uh, it's a dancehall, trending song in Nairobi. So Malu is there. So far, that issue is solved. People they have been calling me, saying, "What do you mean by Malu? What does this word mean? Are you heartbroken? Are you what?" I be like, just listen to it. Take your
Mm-hmm.
time, man. So now I have yeah, I'm thinking about releasing like maybe two songs about South Sudan. One, I'll be talking about the improvement that we have done uh, from is it the 8 years or 9 years since we
Yeah.
broke into the. So we have done a little bit of the improvement, and so far we are proud. We have basketballers who can play, knowing that they can come back to Juba and land in the airport like safely.
Mm-hmm.
We have the footballers who can come to Kenya, play, and go back home. You can meet Pojulu people and greet them in Arabic Juba. You can meet Nuer people and greet them in Arabic Juba. You can meet people like from Dinka, meet them in Arabic Juba, and then greet yourselves, and you are one. Like we have that kind of little push that we have improved in. So I need to appreciate South Sudanese to carry on with this spirit and see how far they can develop their country, since they have realized that war is only you know uh, hindering the development of the country. But so
Exactly.
far, since we calmed down a bit and we clicked our minds, we have the Juba Bridge now. Is it called the Freedom Bridge? We have
Mm-hmm.
it. We have like several highways. That's what we need. When we have such things, our economy, will actually grow well, and we won't face a lot of issues, because when there are difficulties, in the economy, including the government and the civilians, so
Mm-hmm.
there won't be a serious understanding in the circle of these three things. So now at least we have some exits, and we have improved. That is one song I'm going to talk about. The second one, I'll be talking about our army. I need to
Mm-hmm.
advise the army. So yeah, in case I won't be talking much about it, because um, I want to surprise you guys. Like my work, I want to surprise my fans and
So
everyone
when are
to
you
just see it.
releasing that one? The
Come
army,
again?
the army song. When will you be released, or it's already out? Is it part of Malu?
No, no, no. Yeah, the army song will be talking about you know how important it is uh, for an individual to be selected as a country protection. you
Mm-hmm.
know so how you should honor, like you should honor yourself, very very important, among like other people, how you should know how you should carry yourself, um, between you and the civilians. So um, yeah, like they
Mm-hmm.
should watch from other countries. They should see like how does an army look like. Yeah. So I need to advise our army and also the people controlling them in my very own unique way,
Mm-hmm.
and to graduate them with that song, inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah. I like that. I like the take because, I feel like every project that you're doing, it has a message, and your music that you're delivering is not just a regular music. It's a music that able to educate, able to encourage and inspire people, whether it's through relationship, whether it's through the country, kind of like uplifting them. And I like how you take different songs to dedicate it to different audience, and that's basically able to kind of help you to send your message to the right people to be able to resonate with what you do. So it's great that you have three different extreme of songs that are basically focusing on three different things that people can basically get the message across and be able to celebrate it and kind of learn from it. And I
Yeah.
would say another thing for any young artist, obviously, I know last time you spoke about it, but let's say a lot of people, somebody who wants to enter the game, but knowing that they really don't have any direction as to where they want to go and how the music industry is going to take them. So, what advice do you have for them to be able to be like, hey, look, if you're going to become an artist, this is X, Y, and Z, especially an artist that is based in East Africa, because the East African industry is a bit different than the West as well as the Western world. So, what advice would you have for that just experience for you?
First and foremost, we all can sing. We begin like music from being a fan, and then later you get more strength, to sing on your own, and you
Mhm.
become an artist. All of us, we are musicians. We can be able to hold the mic. We can go to the church and sing, composed songs, by the owners.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you want to come out into this category of being a solo artist or an individual artist, or the artist of yourself, now
Mm-hmm.
you need to have principles. And what I've just realized, is that uh, we have different motives that bring us, to music.
Mm-hmm.
And some people come to music, actually they are being driven by their friends, bro. I mean, like today, just like you asked about East Africa, let me just generalize East Africa and
Mm-hmm.
South Sudanese artists. So you'll see your friend is like today. People are talking about me, in the other area. Oh, hey, man, Johnson is da 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 da. A lot of things. You'll be like, so you'll be like, hey, this guy. People are talking up, including your crush as that boy or that man. Your crush is talking about me. So you'll be like, nah, nah, this can't happen. Now you'll have that motive. Let me see him. Let me listen to his music. Now they'll come and listen to my music. Okay, okay. They'll take some from my music. They'll go and compose theirs too. Now they go to the studio. They try their best like that. That is one way that I've seen like other young artists coming up. And then the other way, it's um, from the blood. Maybe you're created talented, just like it can be seen by the family from you that you're
Mm-hmm.
talented since your childhood, and the things you do, those are all those hobbies, and until you grow up later on, when you turn to be a musician, like they won't get surprised. And then the other thing we have. Uh, Liberators. We have people who
Mm-hmm.
want to liberate people, but they don't have any possible way to deliver like their message outside. Like me, my dream wasn't to be a musician,
Mm-hmm.
but I had that talent of mastering other people's songs just in a day. I listen to your song, I master it once, I sing it alone. I practice like that since I was young. So I wanted to be a like a freedom fighter in the
Mm-hmm.
country. I wanted everyone, like, to go under the mango trees, eating their mangoes in peace around Juba. That's my dream. So realizing like I couldn't be able to make it, to
Yeah.
larger mass, like all the country to hear me, or
Yeah.
just through being a lawyer, because my dream was to be either a lawyer or a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that wasn't going to be like that was going to be being a lawyer. I'll be advocating for the rights. Now it's still the same process. And being a journalist, now that one, it's a very heavy load. In the country, sometimes it's hard, to say the truth and to try to analyze things, in the
Mm-hmm.
correct way. That one, I saw it also like I settled down and I asked myself. I said, yes, music can be universal for everyone, to reach out. And then I was like, okay, am I good at it? I said, yes, of course, why not? And then I wrote my first song. I went to the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, the first song was a gospel song that I wrote. I was asking God, I've taken this journey now, so um, may you guide me, and whatever I'm going to bring out inside my heart, may
Yeah.
it be like what I'm feeling, may it be what I'm speaking to myself that I'm feeding other people. So those are like the few things that bring people to like to the music industry. And now when you reach, like when you get yourself there, that is the first step. When you reach there and you find yourself being like there, and being a, how we used to call it, a lukewarm back in Uganda. You're not very warm, you're not very like cold, so you're somewhere there, like you're lukewarm.
Oh, that's like room temperature water.
Yeah, so you're just in between there, like you just volatile. Yeah. So when you get yourself there, now you take your first step, you record your song as a young artist, and then it will reach out to your listeners. The first
Mhm.
listeners uh, will be your family or your close friends. Oh man, yeah, you did this. Sometimes they'll be like, these words are sounding small. I've heard this word from maybe Silver X say this word. Maybe Wing Boy said this word. Maybe SKG said this word. Maybe Triple M. Like a lot of artists, they'll mention why. Then there are
Mhm.
these people. Wow, yeah, you did it. Like those people want you to go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, as a young artist, I don't know if other people have my heart as me. I have my own heart that is very strong, like a stone. Like Jebel Kujur, very very hard to be broken. Sometimes, no matter how people try, like to just melt down my heart, you know, when I turn around like this and I say no, shouldn't happen to me. I definitely control myself, and I have like too much self control.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So when you meet like all those oppositions as young artists, and you have
Mhm.
one song, then maybe a lot of people are saying, man, this song is fake. It's not good. And then from there, if you're that kind of coward person, or you haven't defined yourself like from the beginning of your
Mhm.
talent, or like how you decided to be in the music industry, you'll definitely lower yourself down, and then you won't carry on and do nothing. So I would like to advise you, when you meet such circumstances, please settle down, uh, turn your back, and then talk alone. Talk to yourself. Say, yes, yes. Am I the one doing the job, or they are the ones? Can they even try? There are a lot of things, and then you'll find the answers. The answers will be: do you really want to work, or you don't want to work? If you want to work, just take up the like two things. Number one, you need to be smart. You need to be smart, like the kind of work you want to do.
Mhm.
Like me, I can say, for instance, like the kind of music that I'm doing. Uh, maybe I'm not singing about let's have peace, let's have peace.
Yeah.
We made a song called me and Young Rocky.
Yeah.
We, yeah, let's live in peace. And that song, it's talking about peace. But my verse, uh, I said, we got a lot of preachers preaching peace. Some of them are politicians, some of them are musicians. In addition, we got pastors, engineers, we got doctors, all them are citizens, all them are children. Kerehebu belena, Jinov Sudan, Weja Weda, Chenga Chenan, Agnerodan, Kongat Jinov. So, uh, what it means is like we have a lot of preachers that are preaching peace. Some of them are politicians, some of them are musicians. You see, um, it was deep, according to me and to the listeners who have that capacity to take up that message in like in the most understanding way. So yeah, that's it. And when you have seen, like I've seen a lot of people singing peace, peace, let's live in peace, and then me, I just twisted it the other way. Of course, a lot of people, if I'm going to say let's sing peace, peace, I'll sound just like them, or it won't be a new thing. So I decided to like break them through, like I pass through them. We have a lot of preachers every day. Some of them are politicians and all what. Why can't we just cut it short and love our country with one heart, and remove all these kinds of singing. Let's bring peace that doesn't come. Yeah. And again, I made Akuma Jinub. It's talking about peace also. See, so you have to work smartly. Actually, you have to be smart in brain. You have to be smart in your heart. You need to have like confidence as a young artist, and then you'll see how, like, because when you're writing your songs, nobody is watching you and nobody is adding any word. They're not adding anything in your song. You're the one wait, like they're just waiting to listen. They just will be waiting to listen to the song, and then they'll either give you the negative comments or whatever they have. So it's better you take your time and be smart. Be smart in what you decide to do. Make sure that you do it the best. Even when you are in class, and you're taking art subjects or you're taking the science subjects, you will just know that you're in deep competition with the students, and you have that motives in you that be like, oh, art subjects are my best for real, and they're my best. You consider yourself the best now. You see, even if you guys are just tackling the new topics yet in the first semester, you guys are going slowly, slowly like that. But you have to know, you have to be anxious about them saying, I'm the best. Yes, whatever is coming, I'm the best in it. So that is being smart and being ambitious, you know. So in this case, I would like to tell this young artist. So when you see like all those challenges, and again, you need to like tackle them by being smart, because the kind of work you're going to bring will confuse them. It won't sound like the other people's work. Your lifestyle is going to be, very unique, and you'll be the best. They will soon, soon, soon call you the best person, and that is it. And again, uh, yeah, if you have started your music out there, and um, sometimes lack of support beats us down, especially our music industry today is very small, like, still very down. We don't have supporters. We don't have like funds, we don't have resources, to export our music, to a higher level. So if you happen to face such challenges, and of course, every artist in the country faces them. Yeah, we face like all those challenges. Um, uh, if you come across such issues, you need to just be like, you need to be patient. You need to be patient, and you need to write your music, trying to solve this issue first that is affecting your music not to grow. And then later on, when you get that little cash, you can now double up and go to the other goal. That is the second point. So yeah, the third one, uh, don't forget God. Don't forget Him, because your life is like it's like a borrowed bread. You borrow bread from someone, you cannot pass by their shop. So you cannot pass by their shop. Anytime you want to pass like this, they will know your clothes. They'll be like, you know what? Johnson just left like this now with the other clothes. Let's look for him. You know, people will be chasing after you. So you need to remember that man in heaven, this greatest man, the man who's giving me this oxygen now, because I don't know how I even consume it and how I can bring it back outside, like this. And he's the greatest man. So you need to be friend to him. Yeah, you need to be friend to God, and and you have to distance yourself from the things he doesn't like. What are these things? If you're gonna be a drunk, like a drunkard person, if you're gonna be a smoker, if you're gonna be, I don't know, those sorts of drugs, if you want to
Yeah.
join that company, most definitely you won't be a good friend to God, because um, you won't know anything about the world, not even God, but you'll take your time, your God, to be those things. You'll take them to be your God. So please draw yourself near to God, and then ask Him, because He's the one who gave you that talent. He selects people differently. This is
Mm-hmm.
your ability. It's you now to grow it. It's not Him. Once He makes your brain to realize it, please, when God just puts that into your engine, so it's you now to use that engine properly and make sure that it expands. Yeah. So those are the few advices that I would like to pass out to every young artist. Music is not very hard, but do you have the kind of the heart that I have? So you need to build up that heart that will be yours, and then yeah, you click. I have my principles that I use sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You just you click your heart, keep it real, like being real to yourself. You send a signal to your mind, make it smart, like keep it yours, and then most definitely, like nothing will come across and turn you down. Yeah, you'll make it within a period of time.
Excellent. Wow, that's a lot of great informations, great advice, such a very profound way of basically kind of, helping a lot of these young artists who are coming into the industry so that kind of get a first-hand experience of what it takes to be a great artist, but also what it takes to stay in the industry. Because obviously being a musician is such a hard thing, and you need to be able to kind of also sometimes treat it as a business, not just a hobby. And this is where most people kind of I start to disconnect. And then also not a part aside from treating it as a business, you also need some sort of guidance, some sort of motivations. And I like the fact that you cover a lot of those aspects of it as well, because they can actually now listen to these advice and be like, okay, you know what, if I need to follow the step and becoming the next Johnson Luke, this is what I need to do. Right. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. And I know before we depart, I want to be able to ask, for those who want to find you and follow you on social media, also kind of listen to your music or anything like that, where can they find you, and where are you most active to engage with them?
Yeah, sure. Today I'm very busy, like trying to market my music, most especially like in Facebook, and like in Facebook, I have a lot of followers. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I normally like go live, to talk about certain things that I cannot just write every day.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go live, I know I have listeners. I have listeners who pay attention to me,
Mm-hmm.
and they get exactly a meaning. So you can follow me, like, or you can send me like a request on my official account, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's just Nyayual. Everything it's just the same, Johnson Luke Nyayual. I'm also in TikTok. Don't forget that. I love making fun. So you can find the same name Johnson Luke. You'll find me there, like in TikTok also. Like I'm trying to make some fun and
Yeah.
watching some videos. I used not to love TikTok, but now it's necessary for me to go there,
TikTok is a
including
love
brand.
and hate. You hate so much because you're spending a lot of time in that app, but you also love it because of the engagement, because of the content. Whenever I go in there, I feel like I'm spending 2 hours just goes by, and I'm like, oh my god, what did I do? But yeah, TikTok is a good place to be.
I know. To people who love laughing and smiling, you are
Yeah,
one of them. So you must be a member in
it
TikTok
is tough.
company. And keep promoting them with views and laughter, so they
Yeah.
will can grow. Yeah. Again, you can find me on uh, uh, how do you call it? Is it Snapchat?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also there, so you'll get me there also, like in Snapchat, the same names. You'll get me also in uh, Instagram, the same
Mm-hmm.
names, Johnson Nyayual. You'll get me also in Spotify, Johnson Nyayual, Tidal Music, AudioMac. They are also there, the same
Awesome.
names. But currently,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting to another stage of distribution. Like I have a deal I'm doing with someone from West Africa. About how they market their music. I've joined that. Like very soon, I'm transferring my old account uh, from the AudioMac to a new one. You know, he was just trying to teach me the tips and all this. But soon on later, I'll post it on my Facebook page. And then I'll let you guys know how we are now moving in line. So my YouTube channel is the same name as well, Johnson Luke Nyayual, aka Mr. Sure Deal. Yeah.
Mr. Shodiels, tell us more. What is that about?
Just like everyone got their own slogan that they use, and all their motives and everything that just keeps them um, strong or keep them going on. Mr. Shodil it's just simple like that. As Mr. Shodil, you can see like something that is done uh, at the right time and by the right person and the real thing. So when I want to do something, I will do it with all my heart. And when I don't want to do it, you will never see me. And I don't know how to pretend. I don't know how to pretend like to do something when I don't
Yeah.
want it. I disappoint you that I don't want it, and that's the fact. When I want it, I'll do it. I'll tell you, yeah, let me do it, and I'll do it perfectly, like for you, like to be happy if I'm doing something to someone. So I'm a sure deal, like yeah, I do things in a sure deal. When like when you tell me let's go inside that fire, we will definitely go together. When you tell me let's do this, as a loyal person to me, we will definitely do the same thing. So I just decided to call myself like I'm a sure deal, you know, something that doesn't have no cap. Yeah.
Hey, no cap. Okay, Mr. Show Deal, thank you so much for being here today. I really enjoyed our interview and also got to learn so much about you and also learn about some of your current music, which is dedicated to liberations and the freedom fighter. And also just kind of, you sharing some of your insights on for young artists who wanted to enter the game. I appreciate you for joining us today. Thank you so much. And for those who wanted to find out more about Johnson Luke, you can go to his YouTube channel, AudioMac, Spotify, and all the cool places that he has mentioned. And stay true to his music. And as you all know, he is Mr. Showdeal. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here today, Johnson.
You're most welcome.